Hi everyone, I am so excited to join you for the very first of our special short Bakeshop Mystery collaboration project. That's a big mouthful, but before I dive into these first few pages, I want to offer a little recap for anyone who might be new or just joining us in this process. I know that things are really uncertain and rocky, and we're all feeling nervous and stressed about the world right now. And so on a whim, I decided to see if we could do a short Bakeshop Mystery collaboration together. So for the last week or so, we have been, you and I together, crafting the basic plot elements for this story. We've decided who our victim's gonna be, we've decided where the murder's gonna take place, we've come up with a title, we have those early foundations for this story, and now we're to the good part. I have written the opening scene to A Brunch with Death, a Bakeshop Mystery spin-off short featuring none other than everyone's favorite artistic director for the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, Lance. I hope that you like what I've done with your suggestions, and there's a cliffhanger at the end of these introductory pages that you are gonna take the lead on. So stay tuned at the end and we'll talk about what's gonna happen next. All right, without further ado, here we go. A Brunch with Death. Dun, dun, dun. A gust of wind kicked leaves in the air. Lithia Park was alive with the vibrant colors of fall. Deep red Japanese maples, brilliant orange and yellow oaks, and towering evergreens offered a glimpse of fall's perfect palette. I twisted a paper-thin cashmere scarf tightly around my neck and made my way down the Shakespeare stairs that led to the plaza. A quick glance at my wristwatch informed me that I was late. Typically, I loathe lateness in every form, but today I had an excuse. My meeting was with the dreaded Richard Lord, the owner of the chintzy Merry Windsor Inn. I had demanded that the meeting not take place, but my director of development had insisted. "Lance, please, listen, just hear me out on this," she had tried to appease me earlier. "Like it or not, Richard Lord has money, lots of money, and we need money to bring your vision to the stage. You know as well as I do that the past few summers of wildfire smoke have left us in the red, deep in the red. Our donor campaign has been successful, and I know that you gave up your salary, but things are tight. Richard has a proposition for you. Promise me that you'll go to the meeting. Richard isn't first on my list of people I want to partner with either, but desperate times call for desperate measures." Fine, I'll go, but I won't like it. I brushed her off. Not that it was her fault, she was right. The festival had taken a huge hit with having to cancel show after show due to suffocating wildfire smoke that rolled into our quaint valley and refused to loosen its grip for weeks at end. The thought of taking so much as a dime of Richard Lord's money made me nauseous. One thing I knew for sure was that this clandestine meeting would go with me to the grave. There was no way I could tell Juliet, my bestie, that I was stepping foot into the Merry Windsor, let alone listening to Richard's mysterious proposal. I sucked in the earthy fall air in my stomach as I made it to the base of the stairs. Richard's hotel sat at the corner of the plaza next to the entrance to Lithia Park. Everything about the Merry Windsor oozed cheapness. The facade had been designed to resemble an Elizabethan building, but nothing about the hotel was grand. Richard had tried to paint over the dilapidated boards on the porch and fill the window boxes with fake geraniums. His attempts to mask the disrepair just made things worse. Inside was no better. Green carpeting ran the length of the hallway. Imitation busts of Shakespeare had been placed on styrofoam pedestals. A musty smell assaulted my nose, followed by an overpowering scent of chemical air freshener. I coughed and waved my hand in front of my face. Checking in, a surly man in his mid-20s, wearing ridiculous pantaloons and a puffy shirt, asked from behind the reception desk. "I have a meeting with Richard." Oh, right. He told me you were coming. You must be Lance? Lance Rousseau? Rousseau, I corrected him with my meticulous French accent. Sorry, let me call Mr. Lord. He placed a call to his boss and once again butchered the pronunciation of my last name. Go ahead, he's waiting for you in the office. It's the third door on your right once you pass the pool. You can't miss it. There's a large gold plaque with his name on it. Shocker. I took my time meandering down the hallway. It was littered with more Shakespearean kitsch. The bard would roll over in his grave at the sight of Richard's collection of plastic scrolls and bobbleheads. Ugh. Chlorine fumes poured from the pool room like a thick steam. I coughed again. How did anyone stay here? I shuddered at the thought and continued to Richard's office. Come in, he boomed when I rapped on the door. Be on your best behavior, I cautioned myself, and plastered on my best stage smile. Richard, dearest, how are you? Richard stood from behind an ornate walnut desk, revealing his portly body. His outfit choice did nothing to flatter his full frame. As usual, he was dressed in golfing attire that should be reserved for the Scottish Highlands. A red and black plaid shirt stretched across his belly. White and black checkered pants and a matching cap completed the look. Lance, have a seat. He motioned to a backless chair on the opposite side of the desk. I acquiesced. What was I doing? This wasn't desperation. This was selling my soul. Can I get you something? A cup of our delicious brew. I tried not to gag. The Merry Windsor was known for having the worst food in town. I could only imagine that Richard's delicious brew likely originated in a can. No, thank you for such a gracious offer, but I'm fine. Richard sat. He leaned back in his swivel chair and stared at me. Obviously, he was loving this. So, do tell, I hear you have some sort of proposal for me? His beady eyes lit up. Yep. I have an offer that's going to completely revolutionize OSF. I highly doubted that was true. Not to come across as anything less than humble, but I had received numerous awards over the years for my vision and innovation when it came to our beloved theater. What could Richard possibly have to offer? Well, do you want to hear about it? Richard sneered. I swallowed the bile building in my throat and pursed my lips tighter. Yes, do tell. What did you have in mind? All right, there we go. What does Richard Lord have in mind for Lance? What is the proposal that Richard has to offer? This is very important because this is what is going to get Lance to the scene of the crime. The crime is going to take place at the Merry Windsor Hotel, so we need a reason that Lance is going to be there and be there for a while. Okay, so here's your mission. Over the next few days, come up with the most outlandish, funny, whatever you want Richard's proposal to be. Share it either here or in the comments of the post that brought you here. You have until the close of day on Sunday. On Monday, I will be sharing my top 5 favorite proposals, and then we'll put it back out to a vote to all of you, and we'll keep the creative energy flowing. I cannot wait to hear what you come up with. I have to tell you, I have had the most fun with this happy distraction with you. It's been so fun to pour creative energy into something together that is just light and airy. Now, a few things moving forward. First and foremost, this is a spin-off of a cozy mystery, so nothing crass, no horrific, gratuitous violence. I will have to take those things out, but otherwise, the sky is the limit. Run wild with your imaginations. Be sure to share with friends, family, whoever else might need a distraction right now. I think the best thing that we can do is try to create something together. And I'm so happy and thrilled that you're willing to be collective guinea pigs in this process together. Who knows where it will take us, but that's the fun. As always, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the bell to get notified whenever I share new videos. Happy plotting!